critical acclaim and commercial success don't always go hand in hand. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 bad British movies that everyone loves.
Pop along there, the two of us.
I don't think so, Flash.
No, stupid idea.
I don't mix business with pleasure.
And I've got a lot on. Very busy.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we've looked at British films that fared unfavourably with most movie critics, but have landed thousands of fans regardless. As usual, today's entries are all full or part British productions.
Oh, it's getting a bit naughty out there, Bob.
Positively brutal, Bob. Or the fighting or doing a tango.
Number 10. St. Trinians. Ranked as one of the highest grossing British indie films of the 21st century, St. Trinians demands attention, and obviously gets it. Centred on an all-girls school crammed with every clique imaginable, the cast list reads like a mishmash of mid-2000s celebrity, with Gemma Arterton, Russell Brand, Colin Firth and Paloma Faith all popping up.
You wouldn't know the way to the hockey pitch, would you?
There's also early roles from Lily Cole and Jodie Whittaker, plus cameos for every member of Girls Aloud. The critics filed some frosty reviews, but the film's mainstream popularity soon triggered a sequel.
Which means that this year's champions are from Trinian School!
Number 9. The Beach. It's fairly rare that Danny Boyle makes a misstep with the critics, but The Beach proved a patchy effort by his standards, with the director acknowledging his own disappointment at how the film panned out.
Bummer! Yeah, bummer!
Released 3 years post-Titanic, and just as Leonardo DiCaprio was establishing his A-list credentials, it became a classic case of style over substance, with a story and characters that just didn't hold up.
Thank you for making my life just perfect!
Still, 2 hours of DiCaprio in his swim shorts was always going to bring big numbers at the box office.
So, enjoy the beach and cut the bullshit.
Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
Number 8. On Emmannuelle. We might have picked any number of carry-on capers for today's list, but Emmannuelle is probably the worst offender of the lot.
I always forget their names, long before I forget the important things.
Stacked with clumsy crudeness and ill-judged innuendo, it actually marked the beginning of the end for the series, serving as final flittering for many of the regular cast. But the very fact that this was the 30th of 31 carry-on films released is testament to the comedy's inexplicable staying power.
No!
I had an appointment!
We haven't made love since Paris, before you were posted here.
Oh, surely it's not that long?
It's long enough.
These haven't dated well, and that's an understatement. Number 7. Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason. With Bridget becoming a cinematic icon after our first foray into her famous diary, she waltzed into this sequel with style, grace and expectation.
Excellent graph. Lovely legs.
But as with many follow-up films, The Edge of Reason couldn't grab the critics with quite as much gusto as its predecessor, despite, or maybe because of, a story which sees Bridget incarcerated in Thailand on drug smuggling charges.
It's not mine.
These yours?
Yes.
Not that tepid reviews damaged ticket sales, with the movie making big bucks at the box office.
No, be honest. What do you think of the whole jacket-trouser combination?
Disaster.
Number 6. Mean Machine. The early noughties craze for footy violence films brought many a bad but brilliant hit, with Mean Machine leading the way.
Generous one.
Starring ex-pro Vinnie Jones and featuring early roles for Jason Statham and Danny Dyer, this movie marries Football Factory with Shawshank Redemption for a festier Brit-based adaptation of The Longest Yard.
Their liberty taken away from them, locked in a cell for 23 hours a day, and today our boys had their day.
And as with most films that feature Danny Dyer, the quality is questionable, but the fans love it. The cheeky chappy Cockney geezer act pulls in the punters, apparently.
Yes, the squad, yes. Come on, well in, Bill, well done.
Number 5. Spice World. Released when the Spice Girls were at the headiest heights of their all-conquering international fame, Spice World saw scary, sporty Baby, Posh and Ginger stage a race against time to perform at the Royal Albert Hall.
Next Saturday, 8 o'clock, for the first time ever, the Spice Girls are going to perform live for the very first time here at the Albert Hall.
The plot has been likened to A Hard Day's Night with the Beatles, but the comparisons should probably stop there.
This is what our movie should be about. They're young, they're cute, they're hip, they're wacky.
Yeah, but can they act?
What act? Did anyone care if Marilyn Monroe could act?
It's another film filled with famous cameos though, including Roger Moore, Meat Loaf, Stephen Fry and Elton John, and another that sparked massive mainstream interest.
Deborah, can you please explain what the hell is going on here?
Well, they're just having fun, Clifford, you know, rock and roll.
Oh, no, it's not.
Number 4, Johnny English. As a general rule, anything with Rowan Atkinson in it is usually worth watching, and Johnny English is probably no different, even if it did meet with mixed reviews.
You're now entering the most secure location in the whole of England.
Casting a midway point between James Bond and Austin Powers, English cuts a tame spoof in the eyes of some, but the film and sequel still sold out cinemas worldwide. And the Not-So-Super Spy has become one of Atkinson's most recognisable characters, alongside Bean and Blackadder. For Queen and Country, his heroics know no bounds.
Right, well, I'll leave you to it and get well soon.
Number 3, Absolutely Fabulous, the movie. While there's little doubt that Ad Fab is one of the UK's finest TV comedies, Patsy and Eddie's outrageous escapades couldn't quite light up the big screen.
Morning, Patsy, dear.
Yeah, I'll open up a bolly.
For a story centred on the presumed death of supermodel Kate Moss, our high-fashion favourites head to France to escape a media firestorm, but things quickly get out of hand.
That's right.
Flash, 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 flash for Patsy.
Still, fans of the show left cinemas satisfied thanks in part to another 5-star cast of cameos. Seriously, there's just too many to list. Number 2, Kevin and Perry Go Large. You might expect a spin-off movie from a BBC sketch show to flop as a feature-length film, but this one definitely didn't.
Bring this mess down when you come, please.
I am not your slave!
Kevin and Perry Go Large brought Harry Enfield's Kevin the Teenager to the big screen in 2000, and topped box office charts by doing so.
Racing!
Large!
Since then, Go Large has gone large, earning cult classic status and becoming an unexpected beacon for rave culture. The critics weren't gripped by the movie's gross-out tactics, but Kevin couldn't care less, clearly. Number 1, Mamma Mia. A musical phenomenon in 2008, Mamma Mia grossed more than £400 million worldwide, catapulting ABBA back into mainstream public consciousness.
Mamma mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist ya?
But the film's success left many scratching their heads, given its cheesy storyline and unconvincing vocal performances, particularly from Pierce Brosnan.
My sentiments exactly.
A super trooper of a blockbuster, it drowned out its critics with feel-good lyrics and sing-along scenes stacked with karaoke classics. Still, the unintended hilarity of watching Pierce painfully perform SOS isn't lost on anyone.
Whatever happened to our love? I wish I understood.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.